Save money and avoid frustration. Read product reviews like a pro. How did this piece of junk get such good reviews? Oh, a free $50 Amazon gift card if I leave a good review. That is why it had such good reviews. Time to log in into Amazon and try to return this useless piece of junk. I hope the return window hasn't closed. The standard advice is if you want to get the best product and deal you should read reviews. Unfortunately, sellers know people and figure out ways to circumvent the system by either bribing people for good reviews or paying people to write positive reviews. There are 100% positive guaranteed ways to avoid being duped by these fake or bribe reviews, but there are a number of tricks that can help you spot them and avoid buying a bad product. You can avoid many of the pitfalls by using sources such as Consumer Reports, to use a United States-based example, but these sources don't always review the products you are interested in. They often cost money you might not want to spend for a subscription, and sometimes they only test a product once, so their reviews don't give you any insight into durability. I find them useful for finding a cheap pair of blue light blocking glasses, but utterly useless for humidifier reviews. This video is divided into 2 parts. Timestamps are in the description. The first part is general advice and is podcast style. The second part gives you specific search terms to use for certain categories of items such as electronics, clothes and shoes, etc. There are 2 things you need to look for in reviews. The first is to make sure that the item is in fact what it appears to be in the description and picture so that you don't get scammed. The second is the quality of the product and whether it will work for you. Begin by looking at the 1-star, 3 stars and a few 5 stars reviews. 3-star reviews often provide a balance of the good and bad things about the product, allowing you to decide whether the positives outweigh the negatives. Check the 1-star reviews and see why people only left 1 star. Sometimes people left 1-star reviews because they did not read the product information provided or are unfamiliar with the product. This is particularly true when people are buying an unfamiliar product such as an ingredient in a recipe. I find these type of reviewers frequently on soy products. Slow shipping also leads to 1-star reviews, and that may be true for one particular third-party seller, but not all of them. However, in terms of trusting the reviews are legit, the 1-star reviews is the section you want to focus on first. I need to address the issue of buyers legally and legitimately getting products for free and sponsored reviews. In these cases, the reviewer is legally required to explicitly state it. These reviews are not automatically dishonest. Often the person has previously bought products from the creator or company. There is also the tendency of people to try to defend a product they spent money on in order to not feel they wasted their money. However, it is easier to say that you would have paid full price for a product in abstract than to actually pay the full price, so keep that in mind when reading or watching these reviews. You can start by searching for certain words and phrases. Search for scam, fake, bribe, and gift card, as those are the most commonly used by people reporting on a seller trying to cheat their way into good reviews. You can also search for the phrase "buy a good review." Be sure to read the reviews and not just the number of results that come up in your search, because if you search for fake you might end up with results for face, and if you search for gift card you end up with results of people who gave or received it as a gift. Also, fake can indicate they were offered a fake gift card or other reward, or it could be that someone had a problem with the product and has declared it to be fake based solely on their bad experience. A red flag of either a scam or lack of durability is a lot of 5-star and 1-star reviews with very few reviews in the middle. Amazon and other companies tend to ask you to review products you recently bought, so many people review days or a week after receiving the product rather than months or years later. With durability, it is also common to see a lot of 5, 4, and 1-star reviews, but very few 2 and 3-star reviews. This pattern can also occur if something can be an allergen or a skincare product that can cause breakouts. If you have found evidence of fake or bribe reviews by reading the 1-star reviews, move on to another product. The sad thing is that some actually good products try to bribe for reviews, but if there are bribes you can't trust any of the reviews even if some are genuine. Next, read some 5-star reviews and look out for red flags. One red flag is if a lot of the reviews sound too similar or read as if someone copied and pasted from a script. Some people are not great at writing reviews, and you shouldn't expect professional quality from everyone on Amazon or other online stores, but some are simply too scripted and thousands of people are not going to sound the same. Another red flag is overselling a product. We all have our favorite products, but if someone's review sounds like they really want to marry their shampoo in a way that reads more sincere than joking, you might not want to be too swayed by them. I know this may sound like a lot of time and effort, and it may not be worth your time for a product you consider inexpensive, but for larger purchases or ones that are difficult to return, a standing desk, a dishwasher, a new phone, etc., it is worth spending the few extra minutes to read reviews like a pro. In the US and on US-based websites, the FTC requires that reviewers state if they were given a product for free. Amazon has a program in which reviewers receive free products in exchange for a review. Now that you know how to spot fake and bribe reviews, let's move on to some tips for getting the most out of genuine reviews. Amazon, and occasionally sellers, remind buyers to review products that they recently bought. This is fine for one-time use and relatively cheap items, but what if you want the item to last you months or years? Whether or not you buy your product from Amazon, it is a great place to find a large number of reviews on a product. In this section I will be sharing specific search terms to use in your search. The terms below are general search terms that work for a variety of categories, although obviously not for every item. The list is not comprehensive, as such a list would be impossible. If you notice a term frequently appears in one-star reviews, consider adding it to your list of terms to search for on other similar items. Terms and phrases to search to find out about the honesty of sellers include scam, fake, fraud, gift card, bribe, seller contacted me or seller promised. This one does not necessarily mean the seller was trying to bribe the user into writing a better review, but it is a phrase that is often used when sellers attempted to do it. Dupe, again not always dishonest, counterfeit, dishonest, fraud, paid, deceptive, and promised. Other phrases that indicate a major problem with the item include defective, used, warranty, again not guaranteed to indicate a problem, customer service, again read the review, junk, bogus, hazard, recall, fire, quality, smaller, inaccurate, and dangerous. If you want to know about the durability, try using time-related search terms such as durable, update, broke, doesn't last long, only lasted, and only worked. Specific categories. The terms in this section are for specific categories such as clothes and shoes, electronics, stationery and craft supplies, toys, etc. Not all of the search terms will be useful for every single item in that category, and obviously, the list is not comprehensive, as such a list would be impossible. They are intended to give you a starting point. Stationery and craft supplies terms and phrases to search for include tiny, from the pictures I assumed, small, muted, muddy, crisp, sticks, for stickers, tape, racist, a disturbing number of vintage supplies are racist, clear, beads, paper, pens, cloth, waterproof, quality, tear, misspellings, errors, print quality, dried out, paint, stamp pads, ink, pens, etc. Clothes and shoes terms and phrases to search for include small, large, thin, see-through, sizing is off, uncomfortable, smell, scratchy, stain, used, material, return, flimsy, color, itches, fades, runs, dry clean, fit, cheap, hangs, wash, and bleeds. Food and skincare. My most important advice on buying food online, other than placing an order with brick-and-mortar restaurant you trust or a store you know and trust, is to be very careful and err on the side of caution. Wanting to support what appears to be, and may very be, a small business is good, but it is also important to be safe. Food and skincare also brings up the issue of food allergies, and sometimes products have unexpected ingredients. If you or the person you are buying the food for have any food allergies, check the ingredients, questions and answers, frequently asked questions, and reviews. This being said, food is a common gift, so I am including a few terms and phrases to help you shop safely. I am not including terms regarding taste, since one person's disgusting is another person's delicious. Food phrases and terms to search for in reviews include spoiled, sick, smelled bad, went bad, tasted off, expired and expiration date, doctor, nutritional information, ingredients, hospital, and salt and or sodium, as the amount is sometimes reported to be different than advertised. Skincare phrases and terms to search for include expired, went bad, used, sick, mold, droppings, spoiled, not sealed, seal broken, dirty, lasts, serving size, tiny, than the pictures, waterproof or water resistant for sunscreen. Electronics. Search for refurbished, battery and or batteries and or battery life, died, instructions, tech support, junk, setup, user-friendly, connect, static, interface and user interface, glitch, fire, hazard, and dangerous. Toys. Toys is a large category, so it is impossible to list all of the helpful search terms for reviews. Thus, despite the fact that everyone I asked for categories suggested toys, I was going to skip it. However, on a whim I looked at one-star review of a number of toys and found horror stories. I have also seen news reports in the US of toys that were recalled due to being unsafe, not being pulled from stores and continuing to be around for years by small seller or individuals who may or may not have known they were recalled. Thus, In this category, I will strongly suggest that you search reviews for recall, safety, safe, dangerous, fire, choking, swallow, hospital, injury, hazard, splinters, mouth, etc. to make sure that it is safe and age appropriate. Books and ebooks. As I obviously do not know your tastes in books nor the tastes of people you would be buying books for as a gift, I can't make suggestions as to what to search for in terms of content. The fact that one person thinks a book is bad doesn't mean you will think it is bad. I can, however, offer suggestions in terms of the technical elements of a book. If you are one of those people who are driven absolutely crazy by bad grammar, search for grammar, as it is likely someone will have commented it. For a physical book, especially if you are buying one that is used, search for highlighting, although if you are reading the book for school, that might not be a bad thing. Binding, torn, spine broken, pages missing, worn, former library book, and stains. For ebooks, look for tiny, hard to read, format and formatting, font, too small, page size, and misprint, as some books sometimes books are poorly converted into ebooks. Humidifier. I know this seems a random item to include, but I am someone who has done extensive research on them and thought I would share my tips. Phrases and terms to search for include clean, durable, update, lasted, mold, deposits, fire, hazard, spill, and leaks. This video is focused largely on reviews on larger retailers or sellers who have a large number of reviews available on a site that we do not control, and, thus, can't just delete every negative review. I plan to release a future video focused on supporting smaller businesses while still protecting yourself and being satisfied with your purchase.
Always remember that you as a person matter.